nature in unison during the first boss battle of Metal Gear Rising. Rules of nature.
All right. Somebody count it down during the boss fight. We'll do it. Okay.
All right.
Nice shirt.
$20 from Anonymous. This is an awesome stream with a bunch of awesome gamers. I'm a 16-year-old who's battled Ewing sarcoma over the past year, and I can say it really sucks. Big props to the guys who started this and keep it running. Nice to see the people doing this not for their own benefit. Keep it up. We do actually have language restreams of this. We're currently listening to this in English, but if you speak French, you can go over to twitch.tv/MrMV. And the German restream, which is new this year, is twitch.tv/EXE_DE. And there are still prizes you can get during the Metal Gear Rising run. If you make a minimum donation of $5, you can get yourself in the running for some Metal Gear Solid patches. At a minimum donation of $10 will get you in the running for a Kojima logo glow-in-the-dark perler. Perlers are cool, glow-in-the-dark is cool, so that's definitely worth getting into. And yeah, double cool. And you can also, for a minimum of $10, get in for a Metal Gear Rising limited edition with the lamp for PS3. It's brand new in the box. So those are some great things you can donate in addition to just donating to donating. In regards to the costume for Metal Gear Rising, let me do one more refresh here just to check. Yeah, so the business suit and the Gray Fox costume stayed where they were, and the mariachi uniform increased its lead to $607. So we are gonna go mariachi for Metal Gear Rising, which apparently has boxes with hats on them. We can't go wrong there. I don't really do Spanish. It's probably Maria. It's too early in the morning to say that, right? What?
That's like 5 people now correcting like 10 different pronunciations of words.
Midwestern gal, what can I say?
So I've got Flicky here now. He never ever corrects anyone's pronunciations all the time.
In many languages.
$20 from Anonymous. Lost my mom when I was very young, and most of these games are what got me through the really tough time. Keep up the great work, guys. $20 from Original MES. AGDQ has been awesome so far. Looking forward to the rest of the runs. Good luck to all the speedrunners. Put my money towards streamers' 16 bags of cash. And looking down the line a little bit here with the bid wars, now that we have decided on our costume, the next possible bid war you can get in on is Battletoads, in regards to whether or not they do any percent or warpless. Currently, warpless is winning $380 to $20 for any percent. So probably. So that's the next bid war we're going for. So if you want to see an any percent run of Battletoads, and those guys are both really, really good at what they do, you can donate for that.
It's ask us to Stephen Wilson later on. As long as I am me and Craig are up. No, you were fine. We'll back you up. These songs are so bad. Just being near them is bad. Can you make it extend up without extending yourself? You always have that challenge, right? Learn how to go back there. Yeah, that's my plan.
Just to do a real quick, we haven't done this in a while, of how much we have raised thus far in this event. Our current donation total is $114,000, $120.96. So thank you very much, everyone, for helping us support this event. And it's only Tuesday. We've still got plenty more days of runs, great runs. The NES block is coming up a little later today. We've got some preview. We've got some Mega Man X, Caleb Hart. So get hyped for the Mega Man X stuff. It's going to be a great day of games today. And so stay tuned for that and the other days coming on down the pipeline.
What are you thinking?
Resetting the output thing.
Yeah, you have to hold down the power.
Hold down power and hold.
$50 from JJ. Greetings from Japan. Amazing job, everyone. It's great to see you all have fun while speedrunning some classic games, and all for a good cause. Keep it up.
Speaking of classic games.
Classic games like Metal Gear Rising.
Yeah. Oh man, it's a classic. Well, I'll go into English, but it's basically Metal Gear 2.
Usually when I switch like between SD and HD, it just comes up. Yeah.
Oh really? Like when I do it, you have to.
So yeah, you gotta hold the power button now.
Yeah,
If you just put the HDMI in.
It's probably not outputting.
Just do it in SD. Like, I just want this started. Just do it in SD. I don't care. Like, I just want it
Okay.
started. We're already way behind as is. I don't care if there's HDMI. Just start it.
You can't see anything. Yeah, let's just hold it or whatever. He's probably trying to output. What? Whatever last that we use. Oh. Wait, do you have Vive?
This is Awesome Games Done Quick 2014, and we do actually have a hashtag for this event. If you want to keep up to date with all the cool things people are saying, just use the hashtag AGDQ2014 on Twitter, and you can check out what everybody's saying. And that's a lot of fun as well. I've been doing that throughout the week, just to see what people are saying about the runs and all that stuff. So if you're a Twitter kind of person, that's a fun way to keep track of what's going on. The communities of Speed Demos Archive and Speedruns Live are coming together to put this event together for you. SDA is the premier community for video game speedruns, and SRL is a great place to race games regardless of your skill level. Really? Yeah, and I guess since we've been sitting here, we just reached $115,000. So that's pretty cool. Thank you very much, everyone. Can we get a roll call for those on the couch and playing, since we switched around a bit again?
My name's Flicky. These guys are on a mic, so.
Okay.
And I'm still Reverend Sparkle.
Can you be heard? Did you get on those, right?
Can I be heard? Hello.
Well, you got no way of being answered, but
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm sure in about a minute, then we'll get an answer. Well, we won't get an answer, but there'll be an answer.
you wiping all?
Huh?
You gonna wipe it?
No, I'm gonna use this file because
Yeah.
I unlocked the costumes. Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah. Cool. So settings are all good?
Yep.
Sweet. So just to explain that Kramer went and farmed a bunch of enemies without getting anything new to unlock the costumes before
Yeah.
this.
Which costume won?
I think Mariachi
Mariachi.
won.
Yeah, that's pretty sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mariachi won by about
I don't even
$400
know what
over the
other
business
costumes
suit.
are. There you
So
go. It was already equipped, but
Yeah, because I figured it.
yeah, we did the well, you did the practice
Did
run.
the practice run assuming that this would be the case.
Yeah, he did.
He knows you guys too well, or exactly the right amount of well.
All right, so he's starting from here, but this is a full run.
Yeah, this isn't any different than a standard new game
Yeah,
run.
standing from the new start. He just if he did start from new, then he wouldn't get the costume, and he'd have to go change some options. But
All right, ready on the timer? All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
all right, so for everybody at home watching, this is Kramer. He's going to be doing Metal Gear Rising. This might be the only time you ever hear me say this, but he is actually better at this game than I am, which is unusual for me to admit. He basically, there's quite a few Rising runners, but Kramer sort of tore apart New Game, which is this is New Game Hard, which basically the hardest difficulty you can do from buying the game. And then there's New Game Plus runners too. So we'd like to say hi to Queen Beatrix, who's
Yep.
hopefully watching. Was it General Beatrix or Queen Beatrix? It's
General
I always
Beatrix.
call him Queen Beatrix. I don't really know. Anyway, so General Beatrix, sorry. He's the guy who went through New Game Plus. And we get right away, the first stage is pretty RNG heavy. You want this guy to headbutt you or charge you or something? That's a quick tail, that's nice.
Yeah.
But basically, this guy needs to do certain attacks and kill himself on you. And you just got to wait it out. That looks like a charge. And then this here, if you don't slice the turrets, you won't actually blow them up, which means that if you get another chance of the turrets, it still deals the damage, but the turrets aren't there. So you see here, he's going after the same turret, doesn't attack it, it still deals the damage, even though he hasn't actually attacked anything.
All right, he's jumping. That's every time he jumps, it like wastes time.
Yeah. Normally you might start going for the feet, in fact that's what the game's telling you to do, but it's much better to just wait it out and go for these. That's decent. I mean,
Yeah.
for a marathon, I'd be happy with that. So, we used to think that this was, when Kramer found this strat, he fluked the best RNG pattern and caused a massive headache for every other Metal Gear Rising runner, because we spent ages trying to recreate it, and we thought we were making mistakes, because we weren't getting the 5 headbutts in a row. And it took Kramer like a month or 2 months to admit that he couldn't get it again either. But I was really panicking because I was like, how? I don't get it. Because a perfect cycle on that is like, how long? Do you reckon, like 50 seconds, I guess, at this screen?
Yeah, it's really fast.
Yeah. That was a 135, which is pretty good. I like anything under 2 for a marathon run, so 135 is very nice. But if you want to run this game, kids at home, you have to reset at this if you're going for a serious time until you
yeah.
get the pattern, which you've done. How much fun was that?
It's not very fun. Just keep resetting the first chapter.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
you reset until you get 5 headbutts.
No, that's gonna take way too
Yeah.
long. So
You reset until you get something you're happy with, like 3
yeah,
before.
three's good.
And then maybe like a tail. That's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah. And then this is just simple chasing. The next fight, mercifully, is completely sorted out. This is solved as far as I see it.
Yeah.
Kramer himself came up with this. Do you want to explain it or should I explain it?
Yeah, you can explain it.
All right, so this is Ray Part 2. Essentially, what this boss has is it has every parry is a trigger, like you'll see one here, is a blade mode trigger. Well, not this one, sorry, the next one. But once you deal 80% damage to him, beyond that, it triggers a blade mode, like damage cutscene attack. But if you parry, it also does. Here's the parry. So this one cuts it off, takes off the armor. Now, the trigger is like 79.9% is the trigger for the next blade. This attack now takes forever, so if you just slice in there, instant into this. So it cancels out that dumb attack. Same deal with not blowing up the turrets. And he takes damage. You'll see he's almost done. He does this attack, same deal, try and blow up the turret, or don't blow up the turret, and a quick slice on the head, a little slap on the face, and he runs away.
There we go.
And that's perfect. You can't... Okay, I can mess that up. Kramer doesn't mess that up. Not now that he's done it, anyway.
Yeah.
This is a bit of RNG. You can get a lot of missiles here, but we're not too bothered about that. You can find yourself... A parry is exactly what it sounds like in... or a block. I mean, there's a block, and then there's a counter-attack. I don't know what the timing on a parry is. It varies from attack to attack. But that's a block, and the window's like huge. It's like 30 frames or something like that. It's huge. You can't mess up a block. A parry is much more tight. I think some attacks it's down to like 3 frames or so. That's just what it feels like, but I don't know for certain.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Right, there are some attacks that you just can't seem to parry ever, but you can get them. For anyone who's played Bayonetta, it's very similar to the parry timing in that game. So for the 6 of you who are very familiar with the parry timing in Bayonetta, that's a good idea of what it's like. So then he sliced in half. Raiden looks pretty smug in a sort of badass sort of way. And then you move on to Sam, which is another RNG fight, but slightly less RNG than it used to be. An exciting train chase sequence, full of war. Look out for the plane thing, which you're not going to look at. After the first stage, he'll have the mariachi suit on. The first stage is fixed. There's no items, no improvements. Even if you're playing on a New Game Plus file, you'll be this basic level of Raiden. You have 100% health, no, or blade mode you have to trigger into from combos and that. So that's a pretty decent first one. In fact, that's about as good as you can get. And then the next one is the same deal, and then the last one's a bit of manipulation, which we were discussing earlier, and you can RNG a faster one, but just going for the other one, you can have Sam wandering around like a bit of an asshole, like taunting you and not attacking you and stuff. He has a move that stuns you, and here it is, and that doesn't count as killing you. So if he does this on you, you don't die. But there you go, that's pretty decent. It skips cutscene, and then this is a bit of manipulation, which Beatrix found. It's not super fast, but it's better than the alternative, which is basically standing around and waiting for Sam to do stuff anyway. So you're going to wait a bit, Sam's going to try and attack you, you're going to stop him. And then he should hit him. There you go. You can walk into that and Sam hits you. You can also have the opposite, where Sam wanders around taunting you, and there's literally nothing you can do to get him to attack you. So Beatrix is a very busy bee with this game, so we like him a lot. He found a lot of really cool stuff. He seems to try absolutely every option, which is exactly what you need. Kramer likes to take the same approach as I do, where like he's like done with rooting the game, and he's just waiting for other people to do it for him, which is a very good way of doing it.
Yeah,
And here's the mariachi.
Yeah, here's the costume.
There we go. And this is the first example of blade mode. Well, proper blade mode. Basically, like combat in this game is about getting to the point where you can slice people in half and it instant kills them. A lot of normal enemies, this is alright normally. Others you have to have setups for, which makes combat more interesting than it seems. But those guys there, because they're grunts, you can just slice them up. No problem. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. If you like watching completely bland and boring characters get skipped through when they're trying to talk at you, this is the run for you. There's amazing characters such as Boris, who's the Russian one, Doctor, who's the German one, Courtney, who's the girl one, and Kevin, who's the black one. Kevin has a mug. Courtney has a shirt unbuttoned so you can see her boobs, because she's the only female character in this game aside from Mistral. who has jiggling boobs, of course, because, you know, video games aren't too good at this yet. Kevin's boring, Boris is Russian, and Doctor is German. They're not exactly interesting characters, but... Alright. This is RNG. You're going to do your manipulation?
Yep.
You gotta.
Let's try it.
This is 100% of the time guaranteed manipulation.
Nope.
No, okay. Kramer was convinced it was, and like, I didn't believe him, I thought he was being dumb.
Yeah, I'm actually playing it a little safe here, because I'm a little low on BP, and I need enough to buy the upgrades coming up here.
But Kramer was convinced, if we see the charge, if not, we'll see it later. Like, there's 2 attacks this enemy has, which, like, kill it. It lets you kill it in 1 hit. One of them is that stomp, the other's a charge. Kramer was of the very firm belief that by spinning around and jumping, it would make it charge. There you go. This is, oh no, that's the wrong one.
So this is like a really bad fight now.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. So parrying an enemy like that was a proper parry, the way he counterattacked. That will knock one of these down, but a majority of the time they'll jump away, except from certain attacks. So there's 3 attacks that will let you kill it? The stomp, the charge, and that one, right?
Yeah, anything that you can parry, like they don't let you, those geckos don't like to be parried. If you parry them, they'll like jump backwards. But if you like get them up against a wall, or you can parry that one where he like lands down on you.
So Kramer was convinced jumping and spinning would make it charge. He said like he got it like 5 times in a row. I said no way. I jumped and span and it charged me. I did it again and it charged me. So then for about 2 months, we were of the belief that it does work, and then we had just forgotten how to jump and spin. And it was a lot of disappointment when we realized that actually it was just luck.
Yeah.
That sucks. Anyone who just seen, if you quit to the shop after picking stuff up, it respawns and you get to keep your old things. So any of you who scrubbed your way through Revengeance mode will recognize this strategy. The stealth in here is pretty good. If you're in the air, you're walking. If you're on the ground, you're either walking or running, depending on what you're holding. So you can jump around people. You'll see a lot of wonky stealth detection in this game. Yeah, if you're in the air, it doesn't matter. You could be going super quick, and it doesn't matter. You're walking. So in that room there, you can just jump across the floor, and nobody even sees you, which he did perfectly, so I'm not going to tell you how it can go wrong. This is like the first cool strat that was found. Kramer found this. Just this wolf fight. What he's doing is sky-high cancelling, which is basically the most uncomfortable combat method, but also the fastest in a lot of cases. What he just did there is by parrying the enemy and shooting 3 rockets at it. Fingers crossed, I'm going to say it anyway, and hopefully I won't jinx you. But he has 2 of these attacks, but fortunately the developers in this game are nice enough that if you skip over a phase and go straight to the final phase, it won't play the phases in sequence. You'll skip the phase. So by using rockets on him like that after a parry, you can hopefully skip right to the last phase and kill him, so skipping another fight like this. But you can cancel Sky High into itself, which is what he's doing here. This is not intended to do it like that. There you go, and that's the kill. So he skipped another phase where dudes jump down and fight you, except the second ones were what are they called? The cow
Gecko.
thing.
Yeah,
the gecko, right.
Yeah.
The gecko will jump down, and we saw how much trouble he had with one earlier, just by bad luck. So we skip a whole one of those, which saves quite a lot of time. And that's a cool strat. It's not that difficult, but the game can be a bit mean. I've had it where the beloved wolf will run in front of a barrel and blow himself up and like skip a phase and so on and mess everything up. This is a very exciting sequence where you run away from a helicopter. Oh yeah, just to point out, I forgot, jumping is quicker.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Thanks for jumping, otherwise I would have... and this is like a tricky fight too. Kramer found this. Basically, I will point out the strats I found, or Beatrix found, and the rest of them just assume Kramer got them. There's a few we both found independently, but Kramer got there first, so they're all his. There's this quick shot here onto the helicopter stuns it, and then the idea is to, just ignore those paper mache bridges that are just wandering all over the place. And then stun it again, because helicopters get stunned, and slice it in half and kill it. If you don't do that right, this fight is horrible.
Yeah.
The thing flies all over the place, and you run across the arena, because it's on low health. You're meant to be using rockets, but in a speedrun you don't want to be using the rockets, because you need them for later. So you chase it all over the arena, and like to get enough rockets, you have to quit to the shop or whatever, and it wastes a whole lot of time. So it's good that he got that right. Then it's just some more fighting for a bit. We basically explained most of the early game stuff. There's Kevin. You can see he's got glasses too, which makes him different from the other characters there. It's very exciting. Are they in a different place, look, because it's on SD? Probably has glasses too. Kevin has cool glasses though, because he's the black one. The black guys get the cool glasses. You got it up? Yeah, okay, sweet. You gonna take that? Yeah. Alright, this is a cool quick kill. This is like one of my favorite things about this game. So these guys, they have like an execution state where if you stun them during a block with blade mode, you can put them in this execution dizzy state and you can kill them. By doing what he did there, normally you don't have enough meter to kill him. So by slicing another enemy in half and taking their spine, you then get the meter from that to do the execution kill on him. You need full meter for it. It's like one of the coolest little quick kills in the game, but something a lot of people miss. That guy, otherwise, you have to keep slicing at him and cut off his hand and run away. That was really good, dude.
Yeah,
That was like... Beatrix is smiling right now. The rest of the people don't know what's going on, so they're just sitting there.
I like how he ate spines.
Yeah, you just squeeze them. Just give it a nice squeeze and like all this health drips out. Then you get some great examples of wonky stealth here. Even if you get detected here, as long as it goes away in a sec, it's not a problem. There's enemy. If you look at the radar on the top right, there's enemies, but it doesn't matter. Just, you know, blindly run across this open courtyard, grab the rocket launcher. They don't even care. There you go. Boris tries to tell you to do a secret mission, and you ignore him. And then there's another Boris call. So you do see what I mean? There's a lot of exciting conversation in this game. I didn't watch any of those. Exactly, that's the point. I got bored of them halfway through the run and just started skipping them on my first playthrough. Right, there's two ways of doing this. There's the Hauser method and the Kramer method. This is the Kramer method, which understandably, Kramer came up with it, so he thinks it's better. They're pretty much the same. But there's you get them on you, they give you a nice big hug. That was a really nice group. And then this is the Hauser method of slice them up. Kramer's a bit more subtle with his methods. And this is a nice little group up here. Yeah, that's really good. Slice these dudes up. I think that's good, man. Oh, really?
Dead.
Yeah, it's dead. It is dead.
Oh, there we go.
Nice. You're not going to go down the right?
No.
All right. Here's a more cool stealth bit. Jumping over lasers and that. There's a laser there. Jump over it. The laser there. Jump over there. There's a camera right there.
Oh.
Stuff. Oh,
There
dude,
it
that
goes.
sucks. If you touch the wall, you get detected. If you don't touch the wall, you don't get detected. And I don't know. Sometimes you touch the wall. There's nothing more to it. Fortunately, this game's pretty lenient with the restarts. You should see this time, didn't touch the wall, but in exactly the same spot. So, wall touches it. Jump through that, no problem. These cameras are pretty awful. Oh, there you go. Now it's pretty straightforward until the boss, which is in a sec. There you go. Very simple. You're gonna run down and get the health? Extra 10%?
Hell,
Need that 10%, man.
No
What if
way.
you die? Alright, and then the Mistral fight. My best contribution, I like to think, was this half of this strategy. Standing near barrels. I won't tell you how I found. Okay, I will tell you how I found it. I kept standing next to barrels and getting blown up and getting mad. And then I realized that if Mistral does it, she also hurts herself. So, standing near barrels, Kramer comes up with the rocket strats, combine that with the barrel strats, we can get Mistral down pretty quickly. If she's playing along.
These guys are grabbing. Oh, there we go. There we go.
Oh, you'll know. Oh wait, you missed it actually, didn't you? You missed it, didn't they? They missed it. Yeah, it was in the prologue. Well done, guys. Jesus Christ. We were counting on you. Dude, you can have the like politicians solve their crimes or whatever that lyric is. You can do that. You can sing along to the Excelsior's boss if you want. what was that, Lines in the Sand or something. I don't know, this soundtrack gets a lot of love, but we hate it. Alright, and this is the same deal. Getting her to 50% here will trigger this to the last phase, and then we have basically a repeat of the first phase again. If she charges you and stands near a barrel, great, does extra damage. If not, just shoot with rockets and so on. This is basically all Kramer's strategy. I came up with barrels, he came up with the rest. So hopefully, she can do 1 of 2 attacks here. Or 3 actually, she can charge you. There you go. That's not the one you really wanted to do, but you're trying to shoot her near barrels, and then sort of stand near them so she attacks them. If she doesn't attack them, not a big deal. Just keep going. Like, if she took the extra damage from the barrel, she would have been dead by then, but that's still very clean.
Yeah, pretty good.
So you can applaud that one. There you go. I mean, Kramer's done that like 1,000 times before, but it's still really cool. So. You're gonna try and cut off our pole arm?
Yeah, alright.
We're gonna just hopefully this works. Yeah. Oh, she fell over. But she's still solid. There you go. She's doing Matrix right now. She's like Keanu Reeves, right? But you cut off her pole arm and all our other arms disappear and all that. There's not much fun you can have with this. But there you go. There's the exciting Je t'aime scene where, for any of you who speak French, should know that Je t'aime means I like you. And that apparently is a very important thing to this Russian terrorist. Because I think it was a mistranslation and they wanted to say, I love you, but they didn't. So it's like, her dying breath is I like you. That's her last word, is I like you. And then his reaction, the Je t'aime. Like, again, I like you. It's, I mean, I'm no expert on French, but it was a really strange scene for me when I first saw it.
French, after all, is the language of like.
The language of like, exactly. I learned that from Dexter's lab. Here's Kevin. Look at that. Excited. This is Wolf. We killed him once, but he's now on our team. Yeah, he's better now. He literally exploded, so I don't know how they rebuilt him.
With technology.
Legitimately exploded, yeah. So off he goes. And now, after that first fight, he's bought a fuel cell, which if you look under his health bar, there's another little bump there. Oh yeah, nice, you got it. This is a nice little glitch for this cutscene. Oh, look out! There's like one more like that later in the elevator. But now we have the pole arm, which you unlock by beating Mistral, which mercifully makes the beginning of the game much more interesting. Oh, you got parry, cool. So. And then this just becomes a case of dealing the damage or getting the hits or whatever it is. We still haven't finished out how stun exactly works. Yeah. And you should be about now. Yeah, there you go. It's about 40 hits, something like that. Gets you the stun. This stuns him, you kill him like this. You can slice him or not slice him, it's up to you. And that fight's actually pretty tricky your first time through, but if you do it like that, obviously pretty simple. Here's a very good example of wonky stealth detection. Look at the monkey dude on the right. Yep. Didn't see. Whatevs, you know. That's a very good example of wonky stealth. There's a really, really good one later in Chapter 4. We need some EM grenades. There's one. Actually, we only need one EM grenade, right?
Yeah.
This used to be like the hardest fight in the game, or one of. There are like 2 fights which most people generally consider the first hardest on their first playthrough, and this was one of them. But with the help of an EM grenade, it should go smoothly. Right, 2 in stun state. If we're lucky, we'll get the second one in stun state still. If you don't slice, everything explodes. If you do slice, nice, there you go. If you do slice and you miss the little thing, that starts running around and chasing you. This guy's now enraged, and in a second he'll get all plum-tuckered out. He's just so angry, and oh my god, such a busy day, and he'll get plum-tuckered out and let you kill him, which is adorable. Also, there you go. He was just angry, and then now he's chilled out, and he's going to die for it. The bonus of this is they drop EM grenades. When you execute an enemy, a lot of people didn't seem to know this, but if you execute an enemy, everyone drops a different item. those raptors drop EM grenades, which are very helpful. So not only do you kill them very quickly, you get 3 EM grenades at the same time, which is brilliant, really. That's a bit more wonky stealth in a sec. Exciting conversation. Unfortunately, as Kramer and I both separately discovered, mashing skip text is faster than holding skip text, which means we have to mash. There's the box. You'll be seeing him later.
They're not going to make it easy to get into that lab. Is there some way you could sneak past?
Oh, I got this one.
Yeah.
It's a box.
All right. So,
How's that going to help?
bit of wandering.
It's for medical supplies. That could work. Actually.
And there's 2 ways of doing this. If he jumps away, you go down the other pathway. If he doesn't jump away and you have to kill him, you can go down this one. There's a thing over there, but we just run around it. That's a clever invisible wall. There you go.
Fake wall protection. Pretty well hidden, I gotta
And
say.
that's the reason Kevin is stuck in the office, because he sucks at his job, and Raiden's the guy actually blowing up walls. It's flickering, for Christ's sake, Kevin. Like, all right. This is I have a slightly more embarrassing story to tell about this next fight. You get an RP grenade in this box, very conveniently, right before you need it. I think you were there. I spent about an hour and a half finding a stealth strat for this section, involving lengthy wait times, path manipulation, and all this stuff. Turns out if you just lob a grenade down the stairs, they just run over to it and you can open the door. So, there you go. And then a nice little fight here. That is a real big skip. It might not look like one, but in that fight you get 2 raptors if you activate the fight. So this is a huge time saver by skipping that fight. It's massive. And then these guys just like to get their heads cut off. So the reason we're using the polearm, it's got big range, and the main thing actually is that it gives you a lot of energy. Energy means more slicing people in half. More slicing people in half means less people. And we don't really like people in this, so... Oh, another exciting Boris and Kevin conversation. Cool. Now, if we could all be very quiet for the intense gecko scene, the dwarf gecko scene. This is very exciting and tense, so please just contain your gasps of joy, please. All right.
Now, use it to locate a data input terminal.
All right, good job. Well done, Kramer. That was nice. Perfect.
Hardest part of the run?
Sure. Okay, may as well be. Are there any parts that are... there's a few boss strategies that are hard, yeah. All right. This is one of my other contributions, is how to deal with this next room. I.e., if you jump on things, they die quicker. That was me. Shout-outs to me, finding great strats. And then you just run through this room and slice people in half, and then later jump on them. Oh, whoa. Whoa. Oh, what?
That's cool.
That's fine. That was like real samurai anime stuff there. You didn't realize it'd been cut in half, so... There you go. This is my contribution. Oh, uh-oh.
Oh, well, that works.
Well, you messed it up. What the hell? Reset. People need to see it. There you go. And then that's it. Oh, there's one more. There you go. Sweet. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, I guess. Here's Courtney. Button up your shirt, Courtney. Come on. You're a woman in the workplace. Have some dignity and self-respect, woman. All right. She's gone. And then we're into the grad fight. Is it grad or grad? Like, how do you say this?
Grad.
Grad, all right. He likes to shoot this stuff. You know, just shooting those rockets. And then realize he doesn't have any rockets now because he shot them all. But this, more rockets. But this is the important part. By ducking behind that wall, he can't shoot you, so he stops. And, or rather doesn't do the next part of the attack, which means you can go right into pushing him back. Like this. And there you go. 2 out of 3 is not bad. Yeah. You want 2 parries in a row to knock him all the way out. Well, just assuming this robot's a male. I don't know why, but we do. And then when you get to see here...
Oh yeah, this is rules of nature, by the way.
Oh, this is also rules of nature. You're right. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't actually know.
All right. It normally does it in a triggered bit, so... Anyway, so we got Sky High Spam cutting this dude up. He can't do anything but get down on one knee and bend to Raiden's ability to spam the same move again and again. And so he shall. Oh. Can you cancel before his things are blue? Is it the same deal as the other three? I think probably can. There's some weird properties this boss. There's one move you can't cancel when attacking him unless like those shield armor things are blue.
Oh yeah, that pole thing.
The old strap.
Yeah.
And then that's that boss dead.
That was a pretty good fight.
That's not bad, man. Just one light move away. Was that it? Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I know people spent money for it, but I'm quite happy in a way that you guys are as enthusiastic about singing that as we are. Like anytime you stream,
shouting it out, but
anytime you anytime you stream, you'll get some guy come in, like scream rules of nature and not say anything else for the rest of the stream. And then they'll talk to you about how great the music is, maybe, and we'll say we don't like it, and then they get mad and leave. This is a really exciting scene. You press the button, come in here, doctor says stuff, then you go excitedly run to another button that you press, and then the level's over. So I don't really know why that's there. And then a cutscene.
It's the level over button.
That's the level over.
Yep.
Yeah. Stage 2, down. What'd you get? Yeah, sub 8. That's not bad.
Pretty good.
Yeah. So this is pretty good so far. A few tiddly mistakes, but I won't point out what they are. You can find them at home.
And then write it in.
Yeah, write in on a postcard.
Yeah.
Send your name and address to
AGDQ
2200 Centerville Road. They'll know who we are. Just send it to that.
Yeah. Say for AGDQ.
Yeah.
Flicky.
Dear Flicky/Kramer. Give us your number of mistakes you think there were at the end of the run, and the closest one gets a win.
Prize.
No, a streaming live VOD of this run, which we'll get online for you. All right. Here we have the laggy section of the game, which very nicely didn't lag very much there for you.
Yeah,
That section, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't do too many cuts, so it didn't lag too much.
There you go. This is a big guy, as you saw. We did quick killed him earlier, but if you cut off his hand, he basically, and I'm going to say this verbatim because he, oh fuck me, and sometimes says, oh fuck this, and then despawns, which you'll watch there. He despawns, which is an interesting mechanic they actually purposely put in the game. I don't really know why, but the idea is like this game you can do a killless playthrough, which consists of cutting up people, and leaving them to. Well, it's not actually fully killless, but because these guys, if you cut, they just die. They're like weird like that.
Flicky, can I cut in really quick here?
Sorry?
Can I cut in for a second really quick?
Okay.
I would just like to let everyone know that the server for donations is currently down.
Oh, you again.
We're going to work on getting
You're
it back
here.
up.
That's what happened last year.
But until it is up, don't worry, we're going to extend the deadlines on all of the prizes that are set to the games until the server is up. So you can be patient and it will still work.
Okay.
But for now, just let it be while we get it set, please.
Now, Kramer, correct me if I'm incorrect, but didn't you used to do this fight?
Yeah.
There was one thing I remember watching one of his first runs, and I was like, man, he's got all these cool strats, and then he fought these guys. And I was really confused as to why he did it. I think Hauser got there before me. I think actually you got there yourself before us. And you realized, like, why am I fighting these guys? You just run up the stairs.
Yeah.
That's literally the way you go after you kill them. So, an exciting conversation with Boris. Fantastic, great stuff, Boris. And then an interesting fight.
Oh yeah, this fight's really hard because you have to parry them in the air.
Yeah.
Or else they'll like jump back.
They either get lucky or you need to do an air parry.
Ooh, this'll work. Actually.
Yeah, there you go. Right, this is one of the 3 moves that let you kill them. But we'd like to give an incredibly heartwarming thanks. Is that right? Heartwarming? Whatever. Yeah. That'll do. To, yes, you got it, nice. To Quintendo, who saved us hours of stress by telling us if you jump parry those guys, they will get parried. Normally they jump away. Those guys are just sitting around waiting for them to kill themselves on you. And him telling us that was, it was brilliant. Very happy. See, there's the flicky strat for killing these guys. And that was really nice.
Yeah.
We pick up the 3D picture frame for a bit later. which is the equivalent of the porno magazine in this game. And incredibly hard to use, and misses a lot.
Yeah, that thing bounces all over the place.
We had a practice run earlier. Kramer accidentally threw one instead of an RP grenade. So instead of a smoke grenade, he threw like a porno mag. And we were just sitting there for a bit, and I was like, I think you threw the wrong thing. He's like, yeah, I know. One thing we haven't mentioned, which is very important, by pressing circle or B, you fill out the, no, X, sorry. By pressing X, you fill out the score stat screen where it comes up at the bottom. By pressing circle or B, you get rid of it, which saves about 30 seconds over the course of the run, I reckon. Very helpful. And now you're stuck in a lift, and they missed the perfect opportunity for lift music here. I guess they thought this was cool and fun enough as it was, which it's not. No.
There's supposed to be like a long codec call here that he's doing.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess, but like, stuff that. Yep, that's a move called Falling Lightning that he bought specifically for this purpose here. Lets you jump across these roofs. This is what we lovingly call the Hammer Bros fight. Did you come up with that name?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. It's the Hammer Bros fight, because this is Hammer Bro 1. And then you kill his flying friends that are strapped to these bird things. And then there's his brother Hammer Bro 2 spawns. When we started, this fight was really tricky. Just trying to deal with two of these guys when we were beginners, like, was just really tricky, but now it's much simpler. Just used to it. And it's the same deal as the other ones. You want to cut off their hands or maybe dizzy them. Like, you usually want to cut off his hand. It's like, there you go. Hand's gone. You get the usual, I got another, and then he despawns anyway, so. He'll like punch you or something. So enemies in this game, if you cut off limbs, some of them will carry on attacking you. These guys require one arm cut off. The gorilla dudes require 3 limbs cut off. It all varies. But there you go, that's that fight. Cool little stealth thing here.
See if I can get this.
Yeah, hopefully.
Oh, that exploded early.
Should be okay. Oh my god.
Holy crap.
Wow. Alright, so I think you're alright. Yeah, you're good.
Wow.
I think you're good. Yeah, so yeah, lovely. Alright. Yeah, this is fast lift. For some reason, if you cut it in the air, you fall quicker, and you're actually pushing the lift down quicker than you would be otherwise at that point, so it goes quicker. To explain that last bit, you're meant to have those dudes off camera because the falling lightning will lock onto them, and he did, but Raiden decided to go for them anyway, and he stopped, I don't know, there's a lot of pixels in this game, and he stopped very, very close to that guy. If it touched him, it would have been a reset. Yeah. There's a few different ways of doing this tunnel. Kramer likes to show people what is going on. I like to run it in the dark. But yeah, run up here, jump, that guy misses you, and then next section. There's an achievement for doing this in the dark, but, you know, why bother with it? It doesn't get you anything. And then this is a stealth bit, very simple. In the counter to all logic, running as close as you can to that guy lets you not be seen. The further you are away from him, the more likely he is to see you. So, makes sense. I don't know. Another codec conversation. Exciting. And I mean, from here, it's mostly just fights, so they're interesting. I don't really know what to say. I think I've explained enough technical stuff. Is there any more technical queries? And we'll explain any more stuff as it comes. If not, like, I don't know, man. Alright. This is just a normal fight. Attack them, and then you should accidentally kill a bunch of guys, which I guess is a problem when you're riding. Accidentally slicing people up. Oh, there's a combo there. I guess we could talk a bit more about cancelling. Yeah. So he accidentally killed like the rest of the dudes by fighting the big one. So that's pretty good. Cancelling in this game is, I can't think of another game of this sort of genre which cancelling is as big a part of than this. That move he was doing there was a heavy light cancelled into itself combo, which does a lot of damage. You've seen Sky High cancelled into itself ad infinitum. Is it ad infinitum? I don't know. Alright. Yeah. Raiden. That's why. It's like there's the wonkiest stealth is still to come. You want to try and get this dude off the stairs, but he's going to be a jerk, isn't he?
Yep.
Yep. There you go. Right, there we go. Oh, dude. Did he not lock them in yet? There you go. These guys, you cut off like one leg and then you can cut them all up. Oh yeah, there you go. That's classy. Tasteful.
Okay, I'm gonna cut in with a reminder again really quick.
Alright.
Just as a reminder to everyone, the server for the schedule and the donations is currently down. So if you just wait for a while, we'll let you know when it's back up. So the deadline for the donations for the games will be extended for you to be able to get the donations set for the prizes.
So in a fantastic piece of prediction, this game is set in Denver, which I'm sure all of you from Denver were like, finally, a Metal Gear game in Denver. We're currently in Denver right now. Incredible foresight on behalf of the devs here. There are signs everywhere that say like High Life Denver, stuff like that, which in light of Denver's, Colorado's recent law changes is incredible prediction. That's like a year in advance. I don't know how they do it. But then there's also signs advertising a taste of Denver, which I have no idea what food they sell in Denver that's particularly exciting. But there's like 7 of those ads in this arena itself, so apparently there's a lot of good food in Denver. I did not know. And this is one of the game's incredibly deep and powerful morality scenes, which just really hits you in the heart and then hits you in the head too. It's so clever. There's questions like, why do we kill? And like, war's not great. Like, it is when I say it like that. It's just exciting. And then you've got this really just fantastic walking sequence where you walk and you've got to think about it. And it's like Raiden can hear these thoughts and he's like tired a bit, so he's holding his belly, he's walking, and the game's like, whoa, think about that for a second. And you're like, I don't really want to, can I just run again? And the game's, no. In fact, there's going to be more cutscene in a second. Any of you who are 15, 16-year-olds and have a passing interest in philosophy, this is going to blow your mind, this next sequence. You're going to be like, whoa, telling all your friends how smart Rising is.
Like the next boss has a long-ass monologue before.
Yeah, a long-ass, it's long. This is long and boring anyway. You can get detected, but...
Yeah, you actually can.
But you can pretty much walk straight there. And there's a guide which you can't really see because he's behind the hat. There he is, the guard there. Best guard ever. I'm not going to look to my left. Nothing can approach from my left. Brilliant. He just leaves his post. No problem. Then here's one of the classic Japanese you're going to have to die scenes. The second time Raiden loses a fight. There's going to be some exciting like dialogue. My God, it's really clever. Those fuckers tricked me.
Wait, are you
They
being
just told me what I wanted to hear. And you're like, you know, that's amazing. You're like, whoa, what, like, soldiers maybe don't want to be soldiers, which they just threw me away. It's very exciting. Get ready for about 2 more minutes of this. And then some great dialogue from Sam. We're talking Citizen Kane level dialogue when he comes back. Oh, there we go. There he is. Kramer, do you want to tell them about the glitch that unfortunately didn't happen?
Oh yeah. Sometimes when Sam walks out here, he's just like spinning around, and he takes forever to make his way over here.
And not just spinning on the spot, he's doing like big circles and spinning. And like, yeah. Unfortunately, there's no way we know of doing it on purpose. I apologize to those for my blowing of the nose. I have a cold, I guess. Yeah, I'm trying to avoid it. Oh my God. Yeah, you aren't the only one to grow up on the killing fields. Like, that's a really long cutscene. Then there's another cutscene that you skip right after that cutscene. And then there's the monsoon fight. Yeah, until sundown. And then here we go. Yeah, so Monsoon likes to smoke. We're going to hope, again, Denver, Colorado, like Foresight, this is the future, so I'm not saying anything. Like, he just loves this. You wanted to do one of these, if you can help it. My average is 4. Kramer's better at this fight. The better you are at it, the less likely you are to get some. So Monsoon just loves Sky High's cancellings. He just loves them. Sky High cancel, you might be wondering how he's doing it if you haven't done it. You do the Sky High input, which is double tap forward and light attack. And then you cancel it by pressing jump, a direction, and blade mode. Which for some reason, by pressing jump, it lets you cancel it. You shouldn't be able to cancel this move. Really don't know how that happened. There's another move that you can cancel with by pressing an attack during the move and cancelling that way. They're like parked just behind the wall. Just like, there you go. Throw an EM grenade at him, cut him in the head, and then go to town.
Yeah, let's see if I can get this.
Yeah, I hope so. If he gets this, get ready to applaud, because it's crazy. Right, so this is...
I need him to smoke now.
Yeah, you want him to smoke.
Looks like he's gonna do it.
Looks like you should do it now, right? Yep.
Oh, I actually didn't get him low enough here. Let's see if I can save it.
There you go. Nice. You gotta try and find him. Oh, there he is, down too.
Alright, well this should be close enough for it to skip the wheel at least. It won't skip this.
So like, by doing this, it's the same deal as the, wolf fight earlier in the game. It lets you skip over phases like this. If it skips the wheel, he saved like a decent chunk of time anyway. If you do it perfectly, you can skip this and the wheel. He does this one later. Considering this is most of the fight is dodging these things. But was that a Beatrix strat, or you combined with Beatrix?
No, yeah, it was kind of like a combination. I found it on accident, actually.
So, normally when you hit 40%, he becomes invincible. He's now going to do, yep.
Yeah, now he's purple. See if I can get him.
Alright, it looks like you got it.
Yeah, so that skipped the wheel. Usually there's a wheel at 40%.
Which you would have loved. Here you go, another smoke. That's 3 smokes.
Oh yeah, that was unlucky.
Yeah.
Actually, let me get out of here.
Or is a normal number?
You'd like to.
Yeah.
Normal number depends on your luck. My normal is 4. Here, Kramer has the slightly dubious honor of being the owner of the most smokes. He had 5 once.
Where? What is behind that wall?
Just like trucks and helicopters and that, man.
Yeah, wait, where do you keep your trucks and helicopters?
You don't keep them inside, do you? Like,
Enter this battle from just beside that.
oh, it's like a really big car. They probably just moved them, you know?
Yeah.
This is what you're meant to be
Trucks and
doing.
helicopters do that, you know. It's about.
Yeah. This guy drops EM grenades too. Maybe, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what we skipped.
That's why it goes on for 10 minutes. Go for it.
Okay, just another reminder, the donation and
Really?
schedule servers are still down. So if you can just not try to do that right now, that would be great. We're going to be extending the prize deadlines until the donation server is up and give enough buffer so that everyone will be able to try to get in for the prizes that they want. And since the schedule is down, the next game coming up is Little Nemo, the Dream Master by Joka. After that is A Boy and His Blob with Zephyrs, and Kabuki Quantum Fighter with SMK follows that.
So the wheel he just did there, we skipped one of those. I keep saying we, Kramer's playing, obviously. Kramer skipped that, I'm just taking credit for it.
Actually, we
Yeah, I guess. Alright, and then you cut him in half. Apparently this time kills him. I don't really know why it kills him now. There's no like funny cut you can do for this guy. So he just blows up. This is also the first time you get Ripper mode, and it does an absolutely awful job of explaining what Ripper mode actually is in this fight. Because I just assumed Ripper mode meant unlimited energy, because you get unlimited energy in this fight.
Yeah.
So I was like, brilliant, now I got unlimited energy, and then it actually turns out Ripper mode is just like, slices everything up. What's that? 17 minutes, do you reckon? Dude, 16:28. That's good. That's good. Right, you don't buy the Sai because you don't need them. They're pretty poor, in all honesty.
Yeah, I'm just gonna buy damage for the sword and the polearm.
Yeah, and then you move on with your life.
And another fuel cell.
Oh, you bet. You buy the second fuel cell now because of a strategy that Beatrix found that we'll be seeing later. We used to get them to start with, but it takes so long to fill your energy bar before you get Ripper mode that you won't be able to cut stuff in half. Or like if you're fighting bosses that require full energy or enemies that require full energy, then it takes longer. This is Sundowner, who's from the south, I guess. Knock yourself out, go nuts, fun fact, is horribly translated in every translation I've seen of this game. For example, the German one, which uses the formal form, so very politely says, you may begin with your insanity, which is very nice. So there's Jack mode, sorry, Ripper mode, lets you just cut people up for you. It does a lot of damage. We sort of want it now. Give the RP grenade. We got the dogs here. Oh.
Yeah, let's see if I can get him over here.
We got one.
Yeah, I got one. That's good.
Yeah. Here's the red. The red does it. There you go. This sign here is the floor grid to the building, if you guys can see that there. Floor grid, 1F to 20F. There's not actually 20 floors on that thing, but this building includes a restaurant. I think there's like a dentistry on it or something like that. It's a very strange building. This is for any of you who are familiar with Platinum games and thinking, whoa, there hasn't been a turret section yet. This is the turret section, but you don't have to do anything. So we go smash up a few displays, steal some things, and then stand around and watch the Tomb Raider levels of accuracy. Tomb Raider? Sorry, Tomb Raider. Stormtrooper levels of accuracy take effect. I don't know how I said Tomb Raider. Yeah. So you just nab all this stuff, brilliant, grab it, I don't care, whatever. And then you just sort of stand here. You know, you can either run around or stand still. Because this is, they're on display, aren't they? They're showing them off. This is a company that rents out their services for something, and they're like escorts or something, I'm not really too sure. But look at this combat. Go on, dude, you can do it. Attack him. Oh, he did it. Tense. He wasn't even in front of you there. And you just have to wait for a bit. In a second, one of the 2 German words in the run. Come on, Doc. Do your thing. There it is. Bam. Exciting.
For security purposes, the building is divided into upper
The
and
building,
lower halves.
yeah, so he's the German one, if you didn't guess. And this is a really cool strat. This is Kramer strat, I love it. Because it doesn't make sense, like why the first bit even works, but without it, it's impossible. It turned an incredibly complicated, tricky, luck-based fight into this. So if you slice him like that, for some reason, these guards start running into this room and get stuck on the desk. Which, I don't know why, but any other way, they come after you. If you slice the dude like that, they don't, they run into that desk. This guy gets killed, we throw the 3D picture frame at this last guy, who's very annoyingly in that corner, and then hopefully stealth behind him if he goes after it. There you go. Just be safe, just walk it like it. There you go. And this is a thing that Kramer and I didn't do for ages. which is take his spine to give us full energy. What we would do instead is not take his spine, even though we had to cut him in half anyway, or we, you know, the option's there, and then like go and kill a guy in here for no reason. And Kramer was talking to me about it, and I realized I did the same dumb thing. Another call?
Shall I activate your page? No.
No.
Well, as you wish. I must say, I have turned more than a few men.
Look, so many words.
Yeah. Exciting story. And then this is an exciting running sequence. I know how much you guys love running.
Crazy. You do not have to fight every enemy you encounter, right?
Some advice from the supporting cast there, which is run through the exploding building rather than don't run through the exploding building, which, you know.
Probably explode on you.
Yeah. And then that's it. So well, it was, yeah, that was it. Don't fight everything. Another corridor. Don't know why devs think that gamers enjoy corridors. They think we love them. Still a corridor. Like, when you can't get lost here, there's nothing interesting about it. Is running down it. And this is what you do your first playthrough as well.
Oh, this is like you like a speedrun.
No, that's it. That's what everyone knows. This is the power of Ripper mode here. Remember these bosses? Yeah. Now it's dead. There's sliders in the area, which always make me hungry for sliders. And then you stab them.
Yeah, and then this last one gives you full energy.
We don't know why.
Yeah.
If you do nothing, you get to ride it and then run up here. Fun fact here, you can jump. See? There's no reason to jump. There's no need to jump. Yeah. I like to think that some poor Japanese guy was ready to go home to spend like New Year's with his family or something. And then like the director of this game was like, we need Raiden to jump here. He's like, I need to see my family. It's my daughter's. No, you're going to stay here and code this jump. For no reason. Alright, here we got the first out of bounds. Yep. Ripper mode allows you to jump higher. I can't remember who found this. Was this the French dudes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some French glitch finding team.
Yeah. Found this super jump. And Kramer found the application here, did you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You can jump out of bounds up here and skip this whole fight. And things get a bit wobbly, I guess is the best way to describe it. So you're over the wall, so you're not meant to be in here. This is deceptively hard, this jump. I'm not kidding, this is really hard. I still don't know how he does it. Honestly, I can't do that at all. Anyway.
Still in Denver?
No, are we in Denver now? Yeah, we're in Denver.
Yeah, it's the same building.
Yeah.
Just higher up.
Exactly. Now things get a bit wobbly. Anybody who had a Windows 98 PC will love this section. Yeah. Interestingly, the 360 version does not like do that. It's just black. There's no whatever you call that. There you go. In there, you join the room. Back in here.
So which version is better?
They're exactly the same, basically. There's I did a run with somebody like next to each other, and the load times are almost identical. Everything else, just basically which pad you prefer. This is the stealth section, right? This is stealth in Metal Gear Rising.
That's stealth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's stealth.
I bet it's not himself.
Yeah, they think he's one of them.
He's just a musician.
Right, now this is one of those things where if you run this game, or have played this game, this is a thing of beauty. This is like perfectly choreographed fights. I'm gonna gush for Kramer a bit here. These are so well thought out, these strategies, because this section can take absolutely forever if you're not prepared for it. Everything is planned, down to how much energy you've got for the next enemy, what they do when they spawn, recovering enough energy for the Ripper mode to kill them all. It's been a bit easier now because we've started using the new fuel cell, the second one, but this is still like so smart. As a speedrun nerd, like watching this just makes me happy. It's just like that delicious rooting. If you hit them like right before they do that, they don't get their shields up in time. So that's planned. He's also cut out a spine, so he gets enough energy for these two guys. And these should die pretty nicely. Waiting for the raptor to spawn, sorry. Throw that to get them all, and you should be able to take them all out pretty easily. And any one of these messing up is just a lot of time lost. And I mean, applaud please, just applaud for that, because it's so good. It might not look that impressive, like it's not flashy, but it's just smart. And like, I mean, that's it. There's another cool fight coming up in a sec. There's a cool cutscene. If you enjoyed the cutscene earlier where it was pointing at the wall, you'll love this one. If he gets it, which he should. Yeah, this is a German word too. Oh, where's the platform's losing speed, guys? Yeah, it is. There you go. And then there's this fight, which is nasty. This one's nasty if you're not prepared for it. Two of the most annoying enemies paired with one of the other most annoying enemies, plus flying things that shoot rockets at you. So, Chrome has a very interesting way of getting around this. Throw the thing, they all stop, blow up these guys. Oh, that's nice. Blow these up with rockets, get ready for the next things to spawn, and there you go. So these things take a lot of damage, and they're very hard to kill if you don't have Ripper mode on them. And there's one more to the right. Did you get him? Oh, dude, you got him. Wow, yeah, that's good. Again, I know it doesn't look impressive, and you'll probably think this next fight looks amazing when it's really easy, but like that stuff that's smart. Anyone who's played this game a lot will appreciate that sort of the thought that went into those sections. And that lift section can easily be like twice as long, maybe even like 3 times as long if you don't get it right. And then now we have our first of 2 AI loops, or rather stun locks, rather. Yeah, you can go.
Just another reminder that the server for both the donations and the schedule are currently down. We are extending the prize deadlines for the donations that are exclusive to different games. So there will be a little bit of a buffer once the server comes back up for you to donate to get the things that you would like. And the next 3 games coming up are Little Nemo, the Dream Master, being run by Joka. A Boy and His Blob, run by Zephyrs, and Kabuki Quantum Fighter, run by SMK.
Alright, so this is the AI loop. This had massive ramifications for the rest of the run, because it was the discovery that this move, which is heavy into light, cancel into itself, is incredibly fast, deals more damage than other moves we thought, and just racks up the hit. And it's just quick enough to keep the AI Mistral in this infinite loop. It's so easy. You get a giant, you see the Japanese symbol comes up and it makes the the loud noise. That's your cue to cancel, and then you just repeat it again. It's incredibly straightforward, and it's just a lovely, lovely little AI loop. It looks cool, but it's so easy. Every one of you in this room, except maybe Robo, could do that like right away. And then we got this fight. The points go down to 0 if he fires a rocket, or just after. Oh, see, if you did it at 0, it wouldn't matter. I'm kidding. But like, this is Monsoon 2, and you want to, similarly to before, he's shooting a rocket against the wall during smoke. This strategy was found before the other one of getting damaging him with rockets. And then this fight is mercifully much shorter. He takes a lot more damage. You want to get rockets out and shoot him again.
Creepy smoke. Yeah, good.
Is he going to reset that? He thought about it a minute. Alright, and it's the same deal here. When he gets near the wall, there's no real cue for that. You have to sort of know how long his attacks take and then go from there. There you go, the smoke's out. If the smoke doesn't clear, the next cutscene can bug out nicely. You're going to spin? You're going to spin. Yeah. Alright, this is another exciting moment in morality and whatever. Raiden's just going to spin through it. Let's go. If you spin quick enough, he bugs out and jutters. Like he can't handle. Yeah, there you go. He doesn't know what to do. He's spinning too quickly. It's like a helicopter, like a rotor blade in an old movie. So anyway, if the smoke's up, Sundowner has a tendency to not spawn, and like the smoke will clear, and he's not there, and then he's there, as if he's like, oh, there you go. Sundowner's speech. It's like a dream. I mean, another exciting moment. Like, I tell you what I love about my melee action games is long periods of talking. If you couldn't spin, I think we'd go insane during this. Like, straight to the brain. There you go.
Does the hat jiggle?
I don't know.
Oh, it's not jiggle in there.
Raiden had to take the hat off for that cutscene though. Okay, Sundowner. This is new-ish. Yeah, new. It's new.
Yeah, let's see if I can get it.
Hopefully, I'm confident you've got everything else so far. So Sundowner was this old fight full of old strats included like knocking away all his armor, then using the side blades to attack him and all of that. And then was it you and Beatrix sort of puzzled this one out?
Yeah, Beatrix came up with just knocking him up in the first phase, and then I came up with keeping him juggled with the pole attack.
You might want to juggle him with Sky High, but it's such an awkward combo to repeatedly input.
Yeah, especially when the camera's like spazzing out like this.
Yeah, exactly. So this is exactly the same combo as he was doing against Mistral. And because it hits so many times, the way Sundowner's works, if you knock him up, he like goes up a bit higher, but hit him again, I think it like stops him moving, and it just keeps him in the air. He keeps him locked up because this attack hits so many times. The only way this can be stopped is if the helicopter, which is there for some dumb reason, styling, restyling. Look at that. Oh, dude,
dropped it there.
That's all right. That's good. That's styling. There's a helicopter which is there for some reason, and if that hits him with a rocket or something, it will knock him out of that. And that's Sundowner dead. Boss 4. Yeah, go for it. Clap. Those of you who are big Platinum fans are thinking, I haven't seen a single auto-scroller yet. Don't worry, they squeezed one in there, and here it is. Platinum, for those of you who don't know, are pretty much the best video games company ever. Yeah, no, that's right. I don't care if you disagree. They make great games. Yeah, it's Clover after that. They made Joe, Okami, God Hand. They've since made Mad World, Vanquish, Bayonetta, this. The One for 101, which is a fantastic game for any of you who haven't played it and you own a Wii U. So the 7 or 8 of you who are still up and own a Wii U, buy one of those. I actually bought one for it. Yeah, they did. The One for 101, because Nintendo recognizes talent, so they bought it. Exactly, buy it. You won't regret it, dude. And then I didn't mention Bayonetta, which I probably should have done. And then Infinite Space, also Anarchy Reigns, but Infinite Space, the forgotten Platinum game. They're a great studio. How do you get it? Because when I do that quite often, like, I'm too far away.
Oh, really?
And I have to wait to slice it.
You kind of have to cut towards the middle of the room.
That's just what I'm doing then. Okay, cut him straight down his, like, belt line, alright? Yeah, like that. If he gets this right, this should be funny. Or at least a bit strange. If not, who knows? That was your little speech about how you guys should play Platinum games. Alright, I hope you got it. Ah, nuts. If you get it, like, it's a bit random, but you can have it so that the top of his body is lying on the floor. Nice. And his legs are, like, lying on top of him. So it looks like he's, like, crabbing himself or something. It's very odd. I like that kick. I've not done that before.
Yeah. I like to try to kick him off the building. It's funny.
That went pretty far, dude. All right. Now we have this stage, which for a very long time in Roots, people generally rooted this game themselves to start with. In 2 different people's roots of this game, they put a question mark next to stage 5, Not because they didn't know what to do, because they didn't remember it. They forgot it existed. His pincer blades, very strong. I don't know what platinum... The way I see it is the pincer blades are... Platinum like to put in an overpowered mood, which I think is so that those who don't play this type of game a lot can get through it. I think it's this weapon exists for Revengeance so that any guy can finish it. Or girl, of course. And you'll see why. The pincer blades do a ridiculous amount of damage. And following this, courtesy of Queen Beatrix, why do I keep saying that? General Beatrix, pretty much in almost every fight from now on becomes using the pincer blades. Yep. Maybe a bit of polearm, but mostly pincer blades. Like, you use the polearm here?
Yeah, well, I use the polearm.
I use it at this stage.
Yeah.
Just because, like, this is quicker with it.
I'll get a double Zundatsu. Right.
As you may have noticed, he's not been Zundatsuing, it is slower. Now, this is another bit of interesting stealth. This is a very, like, not long, but it's an interesting stealth section. But Kramer realized if you stand here and run... Well, that was Dark Devastation, actually. Dark Devastation was doing this without telling anybody. You just run away, like nothing. Yeah, it's a simple fight here. Very simple. This stage is, yeah, it's very short. We're back in this Denver bit. About a taste of Denver or some stuff. I'm not really too sure. It's like a recycled stage, but it's really short. Most of this stage is Dark Devastation's work. Dark Devastation being an Australian runner who ran New Game Plus, who has now sadly moved on to Thief. Not because Thief's, you know, not a good game, but he also contributed this, and this is the cardboard box sequence.
I'm actually going to be jumping through this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this area is full of the little tripod geckos, dwarf geckos, and they can see you. But Dark Devastation found like just this quite, it's not hugely precise, but it's precise enough way of just getting through it without any of them seeing you. Using this wonky jump thing, remember if you're in the air, you're walking. All you have to do is slow down a bit here, because sometimes these sliders can catch you, and you don't want that to happen. And then off you go. You walk around the corner, and you're back and good. You need to box around this corner, otherwise you get seen, and then you skip it. And it's significantly quicker than the old method, which was just using the box all the way through. So incredible, because this stage is like 2 minutes 50 seconds long, and we were like, yeah, it's done. Nobody practiced it, because you don't need to, it's very easy. And then Dark Devastation was like, actually, guys, I found a strategy. And I was surprised. But it saves about 25, 30 seconds. And this is the end of the stage.
Yep.
So again, we have no idea why this stage really exists. I think they needed Raiden to run somewhere. Now we have Sam, which I'll let you, I don't really know this strategy that well, so I'll let you try and explain this.
Yeah, this is pretty much the hardest strategy to execute in this run, and I'm not supposed to come in here. But,
well, you could equip the, oh, no, you've already got the pincer blades equipped,
yeah.
never mind.
But yeah, there's not much to explain. Beatrix found this. Let's see if I can do it.
And I'd like to point out he was outraged that we didn't know about it.
Yeah, you're supposed to like knock away his
yeah,
his sword and stuff.
Yeah, so you hit him with a certain attack, it knocks away his sword, and then he starts fighting you without the sword for a bit. But Beatrix was talking to Kramer, and oh, it was in the thread, wasn't it? And just one day he was like, "Why'd you knock his sword away?" And we were saying, "Oh, there you." And we didn't really understand what the problem was. And it was a really dumb mistake in hindsight. Like, you don't need to do it.
Yeah, you can just, if you open with that combo, then you can like get his health low enough.
So there's some really precise stuff here, like stuff there where facing away with the pincer blades, because you can spin on the spot with them, makes Sam do different moves. And this is the sort of stuff Beatrix does. He's so thorough. I don't really think I've met another runner who's explored this type of game as much as he has. And you want to take him down now? He's at 10% health. Do you want him to charge you?
Should end it.
You should do it now. There you go. Sometimes he doesn't. If you mess this up and miss this, he can happily run around for 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah, you can get this fight a lot faster though. I kind
Yeah.
of messed it up there at the end.
It's decent, but yeah, that's literally the hardest fight in it now. And it's just thanks to the World of New Game Plus runs, like, Kramer found out about it. There was a surprisingly large amount of crossover. All right, for those of you studying politics or something, you know, you middle schoolers who just love politics and American foreign policy conversation, they wrote a song about it, which you're going to hear at the boss at the end of this stage. This is the second out of bounds that they use in New Game. New Game Plus has a bunch more. But this is quite tricky. The super jump can go varying heights, so you want to get the high super jump.
Yeah, this is pretty much the hardest single thing to execute in the run. Let's see how it goes.
You got a few shots at it, so.
Yeah, I'm limited by my energy packs. That's that blue number up at the top of the screen.
He's got 3. If that goes down to 0 and he's not running through the ground, then you'll know something's gone wrong. All right. There you go. There's no detection on these things. This is normally a very long and complicated stealth section, but there's been a bunch of these new clips and that people have found. This one's incredibly good because it skips the first fight as well, so it literally reduces this whole first stage to just that trick and running through. So that saves, overdoing it intended way, that saves probably like 3 or 4 minutes. And now we have to fight Armstrong in his giant mech. This boss strategy was partly, like a few people sort of came up with similar ideas, but I don't know if I was the first one to run over here and hit the legs like this and so on, but basically Kramer improved it. You just wail on these legs, do this scene. There's a fixed attack section here. Even if you get this boss to 10% health, which you can do by resetting and using Ripper mode on him in this next section, he still does this time-wasting phase. So what you'll see is probably about as quick as you can do it without reset. He falls down here. If you reset, he loses a bit of health. He goes down to about 55% health, and you get a whole load of hits on him. Now he'll move away now. If you reset, you get like 4 hits on him. Hit the leg a bit more, and then you have the time-wasting sequence. So the thing that makes the Tinted Blade so good is not only the damage, which you can see is like there's 10% on the second to last boss, but the fact that you can't be staggered or knocked back while using these moves. Kramer takes a little bit of damage here to make the next scene quicker. There's another "you must die" sequence. And this is this. You can't skip it, unfortunately. Even if he's at 10% health, he won't do anything. So as you see, while charging as well, he takes reduced damage.
Yeah, and I can just sit here and tank these lasers.
Yeah. Normally that would have done about 130% health.
Yeah.
But by charging, you take reduced damage, and by attacking, you can't be knocked back. They're just ridiculously strong. There you go. Perfect. And that's the end of this fight. Yep. Just listen to the lyrics, guys.
Just as another reminder, the servers for the
something else about America.
We'll let the song go first.
It's great lyrics. I'm sorry, I couldn't help it.
No, it is quite. It was very much needed.
That's pretty much what the song. If you listen to the lyrics, you're like, wow, who wrote this? Like an angsty 14-year-old kid. The lyrics are just short of America should not do war because war's not good and stuff like that. It's about like buying your happiness and stuff like that. What is it? Something and purchase your happiness, right? It's like real basic stuff. Like some little kid thought he was a genius. I heard the guy who made the music for this was English, actually.
Okay, well anyway, despite the fact about how much that Englishman loves America, the servers are currently down for the schedule and the donation tracker. So if you will hold off on trying to do that for now until we tell you the server is back up, that would be great. We're going to extend the donation deadlines for the prizes for the games that the server is down during. We're going to give you a little bit of a buffer so you can get your times in there during the other runs later on during the day. But after this, we are going to have several other games being run. After this is Little Nemo, the Dream Master, being run by Joka, A Boy and His Blob being run by Zephyrs, and Kabuki Quantum Fighter being run by SMK.
This is Armstrong, aka the character you wish you were playing. He punches you. Dude, this guy is the coolest. He sits in a giant robot and swears at you. My favorite line of his is like, come here, you little bitch, which I've never heard a boss ever say. His final words, I'm not sure if they're better or worse than Mistral's. You'll hear his final words soon. You're gonna do this, right?
Yeah.
So this is the Dragon Ball punching section, which I told Kramer about to do some mashing. This is what it's meant to look like, but then.
No, this is definitely working. Definitely working.
Unfortunately, that loses a tiny bit of time, but if you do it on this scene, it's even better because Armstrong even starts reacting more slowly. So he's just like, whoa, it's good. So nice.
Yeah, no, Ryan's losing confidence. He's losing confidence. Go on, Ryan.
Right.
Go
You
on,
can do it, Ryden. Go on, Ryden.
No,
Yes,
yes.
Good job, Ryden. Woo!
No, that doesn't.
Yeah. So you did 8.9% damage to him. It's possible if you have a turbo controller to kill him during this phase. Isn't? You can take him down to 0% life, I think.
Wow.
Because it mashes every input frame, 60 hertz. Does 6% every second, and I think that's just enough time. This fight is like the coolest part of the game. I think a lot of people think. Yeah, this is the only good song. And I mean, a lot of people who had trouble with this, not only is Sky Heist Man very good here, but dodge, offensive, is just ridiculous on this fight. There's all these unblockable moves he has, giant explosions, like chasms of fire, and you just dodge them, and you're fine. Like, it's really bizarre, like so many people found this hard. Kramer, being a man, goes after these blocks, saves a little bit of time them getting to you. You only have to do this once. You can miss the rest of the blocks. You can just run away from them. For the first one, for some reason, you have to. If you don't cut them, he keeps throwing them at them until you do.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's Armstrong, dude. That's what he does. And it's just like a really cool fight. Like, unfortunately, it's quite easy once you can dodge it. All right, the green stuff, aka the crap yourself moment when you first do this fight, that heals him very, very quickly. And if you don't know what to do, which you don't really get told unless you go to Codec, which who does that, he will just heal back to 200% health, like it's nothing. So yep, you'll see this here. He'll throw some more stuff, but you can just run around it. Yep. Another thing, like similarly with the music, the runners aren't particularly fond of the inside jokes in this game, so we skip the Nanomachines cutscene because we don't really care. I'm pretty sure I skipped it when I first played it. So here's an example: big explosion. Oh, you did actually get hit. Well, it doesn't matter. But you can just dodge through that. Like it's nothing. But anyway, this guy's high stuff does so much damage. He's almost dead. He has a bunch of annoying throws and charges, which he's been quite nice with his attack, man. There you go, there's an example of stupid big attack. This is one of his throws, which, yeah, he's been really nice so far. Green stuff.
I'm gonna rip reload here.
Yeah. Right, yeah, he can be juggled, but unlike Sundowner, they put a limit on it. This should be the end of him now.
Yeah, as long as it's below 20.
Yeah. And he gets a nice throw. Timing's in like a minute or so, so whoever's doing time, could you just keep an eye out for that? Be like a minute from now. Do you want to say it? Because I always get it wrong. Yeah. I always pause it. Okay, here's the last blow thing. It's when you pull the heart out, isn't it?
Yeah.
Get ready for his final words. Well, his final words in the game. So here we go, he's punching. That's it, his final words. I'll blow you away. I think just it sounds cooler to Japanese people. Oh, he says die, there you go, his final words. I usually accidentally think this is the end, when it's not. There's a tiny bit more.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's going to be like a 126 or something. Maybe even a bit lower. Violence breeds violence, guys. Yep. All right, bit of struggle.
Yeah, get ready on time.
Yep. Yeah, you call it, Kramer.
And time.
Holy shit, dude. 123 what?
I don't know, 36 or something?
What was that? 123 what?
123 or 3.
Wow.
Dude, what's the world record again?
Well, my world record is 119 even.
Yeah, there you go. But 4 minutes of that? Dude, that's good. That's really good. Yeah, exactly. Up until a couple weeks ago, that would have been a new world record.
Yeah, yeah.
Beginning of, halfway through December, right? Or beginning of December?
Yeah, something like that.
That would have been a new world record, so. Yeah. There you go. Well done, Kramer. I think another round of applause. Good job, dude. It finally got a good run in a marathon.
Are they having a hard?
Yeah, they're just throwing out.
They're pretty happy about the world record as well. The run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One annoying thing about Rising, we use Gaia real time to time it because you have to sit through 8 minutes of credits to find out what your game time is.
Yeah.
We're not kidding, it is 8 minutes. Nothing interesting about them, you can't skip them. This is like them throwing out. Yeah. We're not so different, you and me. It's basically what it is.
We're both cold-hearted killers.
Exactly, it's pretty much what it comes down to.
It is.
Yeah. People want Metal Gear Rising 2 to have Armstrong as the main character, but unfortunately they killed him. Well, don't look at me, dude. Come on, there you go. Yeah, set out. It's not my job.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure we have organisers, that's all.
So
We're the
while
guests, right?
don't forget to take your mic off.
Huh?
Mic off. If you're.
No, I won't.
Okay, so while we're switching over, I'm just gonna give you guys another heads up on what the situation is going on with the servers. They are still down for both the schedule and the donation servers. We will be extending the prize deadlines for the donations that were supposed to happen during the games while the server is down. The next game is Little Nemo, the Dream Master, being played by Joka. Following that is A Boy and His Blob, being played by Zephyrs. Kabuki Quantum Fighter is after that, being played by SMK. Journey to Silius is being played by Zaki Draghi. Batman is being played by Dexter.